pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God.
She has to call. I'd be right if I call
Yes, Mayor Pontieri is out of town. He won't be here tonight, so I'm going to take the helm. And I'll make the fire announcement. Fire doors are in the back and front. If there's an emergency, please exit either the back or the front and wait outside until fire personnel arrive. No smoking in the Village Hall. Before we get started, I just want to commend our highway department crew for the last couple days of work. As we all know, we had some pretty fast-moving snow came down, and Trustee Felice, I just want to let you know that the guys down there did a great job. It was a very tough job they had to do with the snow coming down at sometimes a couple inches every hour. And we have a limited crew down there, and they put in a lot of hours. And you know, my compliments and the mayor's compliments to Superintendent Dean and all the guys down there. You know very well what it's like to ride a snow
Oh, yeah. I was out there myself. It was a tough storm to deal
for a
with.
lot of hours, and you got to give those guys
The
credit.
high winds and the heavy snow was just something.
And
It's tough to keep up with.
Yeah, it takes a toll on the men, it takes a toll on the equipment, and again, I'd like to commend them for the job that they do to make sure that our roads are safe and everybody stays safe. And thank all the people in the village who took their cars off the road, and the businesses down in downtown who heeded the mayor's call about closing down. And most every one of the businesses did cooperate and helped out a great deal. When you have to plow the streets and there's cars parked on the road, it makes it much more difficult. So again, as a village, we all work together, and the mayor wanted me to just make note of that for everybody. Okay, Village Clerk.
Yes, good evening. First approval is for the board meeting minutes of January 11, 2016.
Just a couple of things that I think I got credit for some of Jack's comment. On page 4, probably Jack that talked about the theater and not me. And then the motion that
Where is that, John?
on
Sorry.
page 4, residents who do not Main Street, and it says Trustee Keyes indicated that work in the theater had been discussed.
Oh, great, okay.
I think those are Jack's comments, and then the next motion down is actually also Jack's. It was supposed to be mine, but Jack stole it.
That's right, that's right.
You can have it.
I have a couple of things on page 6.
Page 6, okay.
Under Mr. Kemp's comments, the second paragraph from the bottom, and it says, and several dry retail establishments have recently opened, toast coolers in the dusty attic. I don't know if Paul said dry, because those aren't dry uses. And then in addition, a painting studio was due to open, it had actually already opened, been opened, so I think that's what he said.
He said it was due?
No, I think he said that it
Okay.
had already opened. And then one more in the next paragraph. 3 lines down, the word contract should be concrete.
On page 7?
On page 6, the last paragraph. So it said, in the middle of the second line, he had noticed several contractors pouring, and then the next line should say concrete.
Got it.
Other than that, I didn't see anything else.
Anybody else? Motion to approve?
Motion to accept.
All in favor?
Okay, secondly, request approval to accept the 2015-2016 report of receiver as taxes as presented.
Motion.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
You.
Request approval to set tax grievance day for Tuesday, February 16, 2016, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Motion? Second? Second?
Trustee Keyes.
Trustee Keyes? Okay. All in favor?
And last thing today for me, request approval to set tax sale day, for Thursday, February 25th, 2016, at 10 a.m.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Thank you.
Okay, village treasurer report.
I got very little tonight. I have bills, not as many as the last time. They totaled $721,607.59. The 5 largest bills: New York State Employee Health, $123,621.29. That's our insurance for February. Hoffman Equipment, $119,165. That's for a case wheel loader, the highway department. That's in the bond that we took out. That's what's paying for that. CHE Matrani Plastering, $95,490. Scaffolding, tile molding, ceiling survey of the Patchogue Theater. That's also with the bond we took out. That's where we get payment for that.
Excuse me, Treasurer Krawczyk, that should be Chet Matrani. They left the T off.
Okay. I didn't know.
No, you didn't, that's okay. Just so it's correct for the record.
Palmanock Environmental Recycling and Dumping Fees, $32,058.39. It's the same company we've been using, but they've been changing their name. Whatever that, for whatever reason. Russell Reed Sludge Removal, $29,686.90. Total of $400,021.58. If I could have approval.
Motion to accept.
Second.
All in favor?
I do have a very small general fund transfer, a loan from general fund, not a transfer, I'm sorry, it's a loan. General fund to the community development fund, $3,315.93. I'm sure it's for salaries, and we'll get reimbursed for that. If I could have approval.
Motion.
All in favor?
Thank you, and you have in front of you our cash balances as of December 31st. Thank you very much.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
We have no public hearings tonight. So I will move to, I'd like to request approval to appoint resident and non-resident Board of Election certified election inspectors for the March 15th election. Motion?
Can I just clear something for the board, just so you understand?
Yes.
We put in non-resident. I do my best to make sure that we pick from the list of pool for the residents, and I'm pretty close to that, but just to cover in case we have to go out of the village.
There's nothing wrong with that? No. Anybody can be an inspector?
Correct.
Okay, so it's motion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do we have the ID report tonight?
Dennis is sick and David is unavailable as well tonight.
Well. Okay, so we shall move ahead. That's me. I'd like to just a brief theater report. Renovations at the theater are going well. They're going on time and on budget. And from what I understand, it is quite a sight in the theater. I haven't been in there to look at it, but the scaffolding is up. And the seats are gone. Scaffolding is up. There, I see on Ron's report tonight, talked about a bill for scaffolding and the ceiling renovations. So things are moving on time. I haven't heard anything otherwise. Seems that our schedule is being met, which is great.
Jack?
Yes.
Pete Sarich took me on the tour.
Oh, good.
It's been just about, it's been completely gutted, every surface, with the exception of the ceiling. The old surface is gone. They put a floor up, that's, I don't know how tall that place is, but the scaffolding goes up to the ceiling so that a person can work on the ceiling. It's amazing. And the lobby, there's one coat of the new royal purple color. It was absolutely fantastic. And the gold leaf on 3 of the columns is back on. And the lights in it, it's just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful sight once complete, and it should stay that way for many years to come. Great. Public safety report, and same commending our highway people, our public safety people were out there before the storm, during the storm, and afterwards. A lot of what they were doing were getting people to get their cars off the road, off the sidewalk, from parked on the road. And, you know, people don't understand what a dangerous job it is to be out there. And we tell everybody to stay off the roads because it is dangerous, but our guys go out there and they help everybody out there, and they do a good job. And as far as their work goes, again, they just did a great job. I guess we can say that everybody in the village did. So I have a resolution here authorizing the mayor to execute the contracts, recording information, and deeds necessary to effect the transfer of 44 Maiden Lane, 390 Rider Avenue, 376 Rider Avenue, 405 Rider Avenue, 3 Dewitt Avenue, 14 Dewitt Avenue, 20 Smith Street, and 41 Smith Street from the New York State Housing Trust Fund Corp. to the Village of Patchogue for no consideration. Attorney Egan, you want to explain what that's all about?
Yes, good evening, Deputy Mayor. This is the last step, so to speak, in the Sandy New York Rising program, where these are houses that have been placed into the Housing Trust. They are to be proposed to be transferred to the village for no consideration. Structures will be demolished and the foundations removed. And there is a restrictive covenant that goes along with it that requires the property to stay vacant. It can be used for passive recreation as long as it's compatible with floodplain regulations, but it can be used for outdoor recreational facilities, but it must remain vacant, otherwise empty.
Thank you very much. Any questions about
I just have a
that?
question. Who's responsible for demolition and removal?
That's a very good question. The state's going to deliver it to us fully vacant.
Fully
That's the
vacant?
state's responsibility.
Okay.
They'll cover any cesspools, film,
We're gonna remove
everything will be done.
Foundations, cesspools, everything will be removed.
All right, great. A motion on that?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Trustee Keyes.
Deputy Mayor, fellow board members, ladies and gentlemen, requesting approval tonight for the Long Island Growers Market to hold a farmers market in the municipal lot adjacent to 215 East Main Street on Fridays from July through November from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. That's a motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You requesting approval for Kerry Datz to attend the 48th Annual Professional Turf, Plant, and Tree Conference on Wednesday, March 2nd. Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Requesting approval to award the Mascot Dock reconstruction contract number 1, pile installation to South Shore Dock in the amount of $124,675 at the recommendation of J.R. Holtzmacher, our engineers. That's the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Mayor. That's all I have.
Thank you. Trustee Felice.
Deputy Mayor, ladies and gentlemen, just a quick brief report about the snowstorm. It was a tough storm to deal with, as Jack had mentioned earlier. We also had a couple of key trucks go down early, so that took a little time to repair them and get them back out on the road. But all in all, I think our guys did a great job. You know, there's a lot of factors also in some of these things. You know, people clean their driveways and put the snow in the road. You know, contractors come in, they plow them out, they leave the snow in the road, they don't clean it up fully. Then people pull their cars out in the road and clean their cars in the road. So, and I witnessed that myself a few times, being out in the storm myself. So there's a lot of factors into playing as to why some of the streets aren't as clean as they should
And
be.
people snow blow out into the road.
Right, absolutely.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah. So that's it's unfortunate, but like I said, our guys did a great job and tried to keep up with, like I said, with the heavy accumulation and the high winds. It was a tough storm to battle, and I think they did a great job.
Yes, they did.
So far, we've cleaned the north side of Main Street between North Ocean and Maple. Tomorrow, we'll do the same side, going North Ocean to West Avenue, and then we'll continue around to the south side. Hopefully, by Wednesday, we'll kind of have that pretty well cleaned up.
Yeah, well, one thing that we should remind everybody is that sidewalks need to be cleaned.
Yeah.
In front of your house, in front of your business, if you own a business, You need to go out there and clean your sidewalks off, especially now that the weather's going to get a little warmer, it's going to melt, it's going to freeze, it's going to be ice. We want to make sure that people walking down the sidewalks are safe. And so if you own a business, please keep your sidewalks clean.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to make a motion to request the approval to hire M×3 Corporation to provide asbestos abatement for the cottage at 380 Bay Avenue at a cost not to exceed $16,300. That's the little cottage that's just south of 380 Bay. Cute little place.
Yeah, I know, I'm glad we're finally
Yeah.
gonna do something with that.
Nice.
building.
Second.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye. I'd also like to make a motion to request the approval to hire AES to provide air monitoring and laboratory analysis during asbestos abatement for the cottage at 380 Bay, and that's not to exceed $2,800. That's a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. I'd like to make a motion to request approval to hire ACI Contracting to provide asbestos abatement for the building located at 27 Church Street, and that's at a cost not to exceed $14,100.
Second.
All in favor?
Motion to request approval to hire AES to provide air monitoring and laboratory analysis during that abatement at the building located at 27 Church Street, and that's at a cost not to exceed $2,800.
Second.
All in favor?
And lastly, I have request to approval to hire ACI Contracting to remove and dispose of the asbestos siding at 27 Church Street, and that's at a cost of not to exceed $14,100.
Wait.
That's twice?
It's in twice.
No, I think
Actually, one is 27 Church, one is 380 Bay.
It's a motion.
And it's actually a little bit of confusion. The 380 Bay should be M×3 for 16,300.
Yeah.
yeah, I had that.
That's my error.
That's number 3.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So
Number
if
3
we-
says M×3.
So maybe did I
But
put
then
ACI twice?
we've got.
Yeah, Church Street.
I think I did put it there twice. I was just trying to give Trustee Felice a little more to say tonight.
And
He's got it in twice.
just to make that clear, that's the house on Church Street
Church
that
Street.
we purchased.
We're in contract.
We're in contract to close on hopefully soon,
Yes.
and that will be demolished and turned into parking spaces.
Sorry, Trustee.
Yeah, that's okay, just delete that last
Keep me
motion.
on your toes.
It was worded a little different, so I thought it was
Yeah,
something
totally
else.
my fault. I apologize.
And that's all I have tonight, thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Ferb?
I have nothing tonight.
Thank you. Trustee Devlin?
I have very little tonight. Just if anybody's wondering, we're still waiting to hear back from Suffolk County Planning on their moratorium. We haven't heard anything yet. So that's why you haven't heard anything about the committee moving forward with any sort of meetings or recommendations, because we're still waiting on that. And then I'd just like to let everybody know, have been scheduled for this past Sunday, the Patchogue Arts Council's annual members meeting. And you don't need to be a member to attend, because you can become a member at the meeting. That's Sunday, January 31st is the new rescheduled date, so that's this Sunday at 1 p.m. in the Patchogue Arts Council Gallery. If you want to know what's coming up for the upcoming year and how you can get involved, that's a meeting to come to. And that is all I have for tonight.
Trustee Brinkman?
Good evening, everyone. Work continues on our blight study. The building department is doing a fantastic job collecting data for that, and disseminating that over there is working on it. So very good progress being made.
Is that it? That's what we got?
That's all I have.
Attorney Egan, you have anything?
Nope, thank you, Deputy Mayor.
Anyone else have any comments, thoughts? Public to be heard. Mark, was your parking lot clean when you got
Yeah,
there?
very good, thank you. Here.
Good, I was out there with a shovel,
Yeah, right.
finishing it off. Okay, if that's it, motion to adjourn, anybody?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I really wish